I got here just in time. So, sorry, had my. Okay, so that was dark techno EBM something. Yeah, I suck at music. You guys already know that. Anyways, StreamYard links in the description and pinned comment. So if anyone wants to hop in here and we can, I guess, get this shit going. Just fair warning, I've got a fly like bugging the hell out of me right now. I think he's over there. He keeps it up, I'm going to pull a gun on him. Okay, Queen Cat Lady and Quasi Monkey, don't make me separate you two. So, anyways, there was a yeah. So we've had quite a bit of drama happen in the last couple of days. Sorry, had to finish that thought. Yeah. Yes, I do know how cute pygmy marmosets are. So the drama would be. Oh, there it is. So, yeah, the drama would be somebody catching something that they shouldn't have, playing it before it was supposed to be played. The Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie getting kicked out of the hotel, which apparently they didn't quite yet. And here it is, rolling into Wednesday, and I'm still at home. So unfortunately, my truck's still in the shop. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so Quasi Monkey just found out about Pygmy Marmosets. Yes, all the Shanny and Red content. That was hilarious. Well, that's kind of like what everyone's been discussing is was it stolen? Was it a misunderstanding? Personally, it doesn't really matter too much to me. Yeah, not if I can help it, Quasi. That's disgusting. And on top of that, I need a fairly large bottle. Did I see? Wait a minute. Am I on live chat or? Oh, sorry, Ivy. Hello. I thought you were saying Olafolo was in the chat. Definitely not. I mean, you're welcome to hop in here. It's not a bad. It's just something to talk about. I was incredibly bored listening to GP earlier, and it was like, nope, I'm just going to go ahead and go live myself. Did I miss a Tropic Thunder quote? Well, Quasi Monkey, you will understand with me. I don't listen to a council. I am just here. I am floating around the periphery, which is the reason why I have very few followers. I don't deal with the. I don't normally deal with Rev and Shanny bullshit. It doesn't really concern me now that they got their kids taken from them. I don't recall that line from Tropic Thunder, but I was having more fun with the Robert Downey Jr. blackface thing. Which, in my opinion, an actor playing an actor doing blackface is not racist. That was just a call to racism, which was the reason why a lot of black people found it funny. Uh, Here. Seems like a miscommunication to me. Not sure about the person who gave Shane the carry the video because I've only seen her once. I can see how BT would think that it was malicious, but also the other side. Not saying it was right, but to vilify somebody so openly before talking to them isn't right either. She is paying for a mistake and how she handled it. And as usual, since I figured she was going to be part of the topic of conversation, I did directly send her a StreamYards link in Discord. So she's more than welcome to come in here and say her piece if she wants to. You know, I've had Vaughn on here. I've had G-Man on here. She gets the same treatment. Oh, okay. Let's see here. She apologized for it. I did see in her community tab that she apologized for it. I do not know if they've actually talked about it yet, though. Let's see here. Well, the problem with that though is it was kind of made public before anybody got a chance to react to it. So how do you make super chats behind the Quasi Monkey? What are you talking about? Follow the money. Well, who's your buddy right now? We're just kind of like, yeah, about the about all of the drama that's been going on. The current topic of discussion is Carrie, but I I'm more of a wait and see because yeah, I don't have all the information and I don't want to make a an inaccurate guess. So yes, it was nice when it was just about the lulls, but I mean at this point in time, it kind of is what it is. Anyways, I mean, still got one fly in here that's bugging the shit out of me. Uh, Still more worried about not getting the McDonald's Wi-Fi arc. Well, apparently they're supposed to be out on Friday, so if that doesn't change, then maybe you'll get that starting Friday afternoon. I honestly wish they would freeze to death. Based on that is why I think it was a miscommunication or a lack of communication. Yeah, I think it was more. I mean, it could very easily have been more of that. Let's see here, Nigs in DC. That's two people that I never talk about. Uh, I agree. There's literally no entertainment value in them. You have a G-man dipped in flour and a crotchety old lady that yeah. Good on you, Ivy. Well, Alan, if you're all caught up with your classes, why don't you hop in here? Because, yeah, I just opened this up to talk. I'd rather actually verbally talk to someone. I agree. Fucking, but I have major issues listening to pretty much anybody reacting to negs. And then, of course, now that negs and tragic are butt buddies again, that's even more of an issue. Boomer Wasteland, huh? Uh, I don't have like valid evidence of that, and yeah, they have. Yeah, you're right. They could have very easily done their little tiff just to see if they could get some viewership out of it. And a girl has no name. I who are you talking about in this? Because like of the 8 lolcows that I know, absolutely none of them ever have ever smelled like a rose. A girl has no. Have you ever heard of a durian fruit? Because that's what I imagine Shanny smells like. So here, used to like DC at one time, but she's gone mad from. Yeah, I don't think I could get past the smell. I know everyone says that it tastes good, but that's there that fucker is. Okay, he's gonna land eventually inside of a rotting corpse. Yeah, I don't have any of those fun little super chat things. I do not have much of an opinion on Hussey. A little weird. You see why I'm having issues with this one. He likes my face. Oh, let's see here. I see clients for online therapy at home part-time, only like 5-6 hours a week. I swear flies wait until then to start flying around my head. Fuck. Exactly. Ah, here we go. Hey, Alan, how we doing?
Oh, I'm just doing a homework assignment. It's a simple thing. I have to come up with 12 examples for my professor. She says, I want you to think of 12 examples for debate topics and summarize the persons or things in 3 sentences. It's basically to practice condensing long fucking verbiage while at the same time keeping the crucial information in.
Okay.
Yeah, like right now, one thing I thought, what's an example of betrayal? And I wrote down President Barack H. Obama had promised to end the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan during his campaign. He was going to repeal the Patriot Act only to enhance it with the use of drones, even in domestic soil. So that's an example of betrayal right there for me personally. Not to bitch
Yeah.
about politics, but it's just an example.
I mean, I guess political drama is still drama.
Well, it is a debate class I'm doing, so.
Yeah.
But the professor is cool. Who the hell is texting me at this hour? Go away.
When he was Miss Glory.
Before he was Miss Glory?
Okay, Queen Cat Lady, I think you're talking about Miss Hussey still. I honestly, like I said, I don't have much of an opinion on him. He's got a weird obsession with Yato, but I'll leave that alone.
Hussey is a dude that just likes to wear lipstick and a wig and glasses and a little hat to be his grandma. Boring. That's all I have to say.
Okay, I'm assuming that this message is being answered by this message. And that would be a weird cat fight.
A cat fight between who? Because I'm not looking at the chat.
It's cat fight between Allie Dean and Miss Hussey.
Oh my god.
Actually, I think Allie Dean might have the height advantage on that one, though.
Yeah, that's true. Allie Dean's really tall. Because I watched that recent stream she did, and she was kind of like dancing around and shit. And I was like, wow, she's taller than I thought.
5'10".
5'10". Jesus. So only like, I'm 5'11", so just 1 inch below me. Hussey's like stumpy.
Wig snatched. Oh, sorry. I stand corrected. 5'9".
5'9". Okay, so only 2 inches below me.
There you go. Ivy says it perfectly. So I don't really have anything against Hussey. I just don't find him really entertaining.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Like people are saying, oh, he hangs out with tragic, hangs out with this. I'm like, well, I understand I don't like to pull the guilt by association fallacy unless the person knows everything about the scumfuck that they're associating with. Then that's a different story. But Hussey just seems in the dark.
Yeah, unless you're, like Negs and Tragic.
Yeah. You probably disagree with this, but I would rather go back to Brett Keane than continue with Negs and DC Meteor Girl, honestly. I know
doesn't
you
Brett
personally.
doesn't Brett Keane have a new channel?
I think
I know he gets booted every time he gets more than a couple hundred subscribers, but
he got booted from Gab, which is pretty fucking sad when you get booted from a white nationalist platform. But I don't know if
Mango's 5'10".
Mango's 5'10". Oh, yep. Speaking of that, I think Brett Keane was on that abortion debate with G-Man that I and Mango went on, and I only went there for a brief moment because I was not going to put up with that shit. But Mango stayed in there, and apparently Brett Keane was like disgusted with her like pro-choice stance. But Rick King has always gone back and forth in his opinions forever. Nothing he says is genuine.
Well, you know what? I actually found an argument that works, even if people consider the embryo a person.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, it's already on the books.
No way.
Yes. Okay. Well, for starters, so back in the 60s and 70s, evangelicals were predominantly pro-choice.
Wow.
Okay. Uh, it was actually their argument that sparked Roe v. Wade.
What?
Yes. But obviously they're going to refuse that. So the second argument is literally castle doctrine. Every fucking conservative's favorite law. Okay.
Castle Doctor.
It's how to deal with with an intruder in on your property with lethal force.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
shit.
That baby or fetus, baby, embryo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is inside of a woman's property. She has no knowledge of what its intent is, and therefore she can use lethal force to get rid of it.
Oh shit. Damn. That's fucking marvelous. And yes, Ali Dean, I know tragic is trash. Back when I used to be in Shabisky's community, he was part of us and he betrayed us. And he was doxing people left and right. He doxed Missy Ann. He's doxed you. Yeah, he's just a piece of shit. He's pathetic. But yeah, that does work. I always find the notion of like, oh, we want to be pro-capitalism. We want to have freedom of speech. We want to have freedom of expression, freedom of business. But as soon as a business has a trans character in a movie, oh my God, we're being assaulted by woke culture and propaganda. It's like, our Christian values are under attack. Like, do you want a society that embraces Christian values or do you want a capitalist society? You can't have both.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I
Yeah.
mean, you can subscribe to Christian values and people can do that all they want, but to expect the society and the main culture of everyone to subscribe to Christianity, it's not going to happen when your goal is to make money. What was it Jesus said about a rich man and the camel and the eye of a needle or some shit? I always fuck that verse up, but
it's a rich man has less of a chance of getting into heaven as a camel does through to get through the eye of a needle.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny, ignore it. They're like, well, the difference between Jesus and socialism is by the government. Jesus was doing it voluntarily. I'm like, okay, you know what else he did voluntarily? Thrashed the fuck out of a bunch of merchants in his temple. Called them a bunch of snakes and thieves. Called out snake oil salesmen. Yeah. Not exactly.
Dean, you need to get into your DMs because speaking of your ex, something funny.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm not gonna throw that tea out here, but yeah.
No, I understand. Whereas you don't want to throw that shit out. Oh, there you go. So catch you there.
The fucking moral majority bullshit.
Oh God.
Yep.
Gingrich, Reagan, Falwell. I've always heard that Gingrich is like kind of an unconventional Republican. Like, isn't him and his wife or ex-wife, weren't they in an open relationship? Weren't they poly?
Yep.
Like, I've heard a lot of different things about him. I just don't know if it's true.
Yeah. Now, see, who's your buddy? I've actually heard the counter argument to that, where it's supposed to be between a woman and her doctor, but then, there's also a baby in the room as well, and they're trying to put the government back into the room to pay for the abortion or some weird shit like that. And like, you can never get them past that part because then suddenly it's one of those weird conversation enders, and they think they won.
The book Jesus and John Wayne. Oh no. Oh
Let's see here.
God. Just ugh. I have Jesus riding on a fucking horse with a cowboy hat on. Fucking A.
Yep.
That
It is a
I
healthcare issue.
yeah, it is.
Now, see, Quasi Monkey, I agree with you on that one right there. I do agree that if you want to keep equal rights, then a man should be able to uh, give up the rights to his kids.
Yeah, I think it could be done fairly where it's like, okay, you're not obligated to take care of those kids anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
if the woman's like, okay, since I'm the sole guardian of my kids, I can choose to keep you away from them. I'm sure you can come up with. I'm not saying that for sure. I'm just thinking of examples of where you can kind of create a give and take.
Yep. Sorry, he just finally landed on the keyboard for a split second. I was about to shoot
Interesting
my
enough.
keyboard.
Interesting enough for you to say that, Ivy. How religion has infiltrated American politics, and it has for years. Yet I always hear Christians bitching about how secularism and atheism and liberalism has infiltrated politics. I'm like, well, number one, liberalism is in politics because compared to societies of the past, America is pretty liberal by comparison. Number two, it's actually been religion that's infiltrated
Oh, I agree.
everything. Can't men sign their rights away currently? I don't know.
Uh, hang on a second. There are some states that allow men to give up their rights, but it also includes giving up like all visitation, everything like that. It's basically saying in all but genetics that kid's not yours, and they can very easily be taken right back to court for child support. Because I actually have a buddy who's unfortunately one of those dumbasses that's got like 4 different kids by 4 different women.
Oh, Jesus.
Because he didn't know how to keep it in his pants, and needless to say, uh, he's trying to figure out how to give up the rights on one of his daughters because she currently hates him. And I was like, well, I mean, if you had put a sheath around it or just not decided to go delving into that particular hole, then you'd have been fine.
Wear a fucking condom. Get a vasectomy. Do what you can. Like, I got a vasectomy, but I still wear a condom because I don't know what people have.
I agree. I always wrap it up. I've heard of that one. Yeah, if the mom's new husband decides to adopt the kids, then the dad can give up his rights immediately. But that's just like the rich guy trying to figure out a way to get his ex-wife remarried so he doesn't have to pay alimony anymore. I mean, that's girl has no name. Good night. Always make sure you bring your own. Yes, you should be responsible and supply your own.
You never know if they're defective or if they poke a fucking hole through it. Jesus. Guys do that too. It's not just girls. Guys will do that too. There's some weird guys out there that want to get pregnant. So girls, when you decide to hook up with a guy, bring condoms for him. Like, no, bitch, we're using mine.
Yeah, I've seen that on both sides though. I've seen guys that will literally poke holes in their own condoms just so they end up knocking their girlfriend up. I've also seen women that try to baby trap men. So I mean, it really does depend on the person. Some people are just fucking scum.
Yeah, it does. Oh, and another lesson, since sex is brought up, just because they're pretty, just because they're handsome, doesn't mean they're smart. The infamous Cyrus Stark that I got with, total bimbo. Sweet guy, but a bimbo. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't want to give too much details and get myself in trouble.
Yes, nice little PSA. Never carry your fucking condoms in your wallet because you're an idiot if you do.
Oh my god. Jesus, no. I knew a guy who would put his condoms in the freezer, and everyone was like, dude, what the fuck are they doing there? He never got laid. He just liked the feeling of having condoms there, like as if he was using them, just to create an illusion for himself. And he would just put them in the freezer for all places. Like, why?
Did that come up on an interview or something? Because that right there just sounds like an uncomfortable conversation when you're with an interviewer.
Yeah, holy shit.
Cold condoms, did he? I don't know who you're trying to respond to there.
Cold condoms, like for us? He's talking about the guy I mentioned, my friend who had his condoms in the freezer.
Okay, I didn't catch that, I guess.
Cold condoms.
But yes, not in your center console or your glove box either. See, that would be, how uncomfortable of a conversation would that be? That's just,
oh my god.
that would be a hell of a fashion statement there, Queen Cat Lady. Could you imagine somebody walking around with condom earrings? Or even worse, one of them go missing halfway through the day? Oh, we got a Mandingo in the chat. Who's your buddy over here? I keep mine on my radiator. I don't need any shrinkage when putting one on.
Oh my god, shrinkage. I just remember that.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry, let me correct that. Are we talking about shrinkage on the condom or you?
Yeah, that's because I was thinking about that Seinfeld.
That could be taken both ways.
Yeah.
From the bottom to the hot sauce. Oh, TLC used to wear them. Like I said, that'd be one hell of an interesting fashion statement.
Okay, Ivy, I guess it could have been worse.
Yeah, it could definitely have been worse. I've gone to the bathroom after eating something like that, so you know that's definitely not a fun time. Oh, okay, sorry. So I had it backwards.
On me, that thing is already flapping around like a windsock in a hurricane. Oh no.
Quasi Monkey over here coming up with new lyrics.
Quasi Monkey. Have I ever met him before? Where's he from primarily? Like the Handball
He's THN.
THN, okay. Yeah. Seems like one of the few people in THN I don't like. Or excuse me, I don't dislike. Sorry about that, Quasi Monkey. Sorry, there's a few people in THN that I'm just like, no.
God damn it.
That was when AIDS was still
How
an issue.
how do you just list off the title of a song and that song suddenly gets stuck in your head?
I don't know, but that's happened to me before.
THN is trolls, haters, and naysayers. The
It's
only
a
reason why I'm
vicious
there is
place.
because I'm technically a naysayer, because I point out when Vaughn is wrong.
Von Helton is the prime example to me of like confirmation bias. He always goes for, oh, look at this evidence for my claim and this claim, and it's always shit that's not backed up or stuff that's outdated. It's like, dude, I can do that
That's
with
the exact
anything.
line that I got stuck in my head. Thank you, Ali Dean.
Oh no, not. God damn that. I hate that shit. Fuck Von Helton and the horse he rode in on.
Speaking of the horse he rode in on, that son of a bitch still hasn't responded to me.
Well, of course, because he's a pussy ass bitch.
No, I sent him an email last night. Let's see. Yep. He's still butthurt about the whole black slaves issue.
What?
Yeah. That's why he doesn't talk about me anymore.
He's butthurt because he pointed out the fact that his dumbass can't do math.
No,
can't
it's
read and
because
interpret shit properly.
yeah, his dumbass decided to think that because it said that only 5% of white Americans own slaves, he thought that meant the other 95% was black. And it was like, no, dumbass, that means that 5% of Americans own slaves. That means 95% of Americans didn't own slaves.
Yep. That
And
5% is just very rich.
Yeah. And when you point out the fact that there were only like 12,000 slaves that were owned by black slave owners out of the over 1 million slaves, he that's when the whole not being able to do math was just oof.
Just admit that you're bad at math, dumbass. It's the thing that these cows have in common, and it makes me laugh all the time. Is like they want to look smart. They say they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care about how we think about them, yet when we point out how stupid they are, they get so butthurt. Like I remember G-Man when he was hanging out with Shani, and he was like toasting her. He's like, "Here's to not caring about what the reaction community thinks." I'm like, bitch. Later on, you would go to rant on the phone about shooting burnt toast and her kids because you were mad at what she said about you. Like, what the fuck? I actually recently went into a G-Man stream and I yelled, "Would you let her finish?" And he got mad quiet, just covered his mouth and kicked me out. He didn't say a word. But I noticed he when he sees my name, he goes Luciferian American, and he like twitches his face like he can't read the word vaxlib. Like, is he really that stupid?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. Did you need my stuff to be all caps so it's big and easy for your little kindergarten brain to read and understand it? You stupid imp. I'm so sorry for not giving you learning accommodations.
Quasi monkey. Vaughn's good at law. If you're good at law, it means you're not good at math. LOL. He said something like that before. I'm sure he has said something like that before, but we know how good he is at law, so.
Yeah, that does sound like something he'd say.
He was on a panel the other day, had 4 people on it, including him, J-Dubs, and Veckel. And I'm sitting there looking at it. It's like, there's a collective IQ of 60 in here.
Yo, I noticed this. Veckel goes for people he thinks are low-hanging fruit. He will not debate with anyone who's actually smart. Because remember he debated Stitchy on Miss Parker's channel, which I did not watch that, but I know he did. Because when I went on G-Man's debate channel, I delivered like a whole bunch of nuance and just dropped bombs on those motherfuckers. And Veckel came in. He didn't say a word to me. But as soon as I was gone, he was ready to talk to this guy who, he didn't know. So he thought, oh, maybe he's a wimp. And to Mango because he thinks, oh, woman, she's weak. But no, he didn't say a goddamn word to me. That rat fuck. What little I've heard of his voice, I'm like, ew. Nope, don't like him. Beckel and fucking who's the other person? Oh yeah, J Dubs. I can't stand that ugly rat looking fuck. He
Oh
looks like
yeah,
a
the
I trolled Vaughn was. Oh, Ali 6
yeah,
yeah.
the guy that likes to cosplay as a Jew.
Ali, if you remember, it was me, you, and Yato. We were watching Vaughn and what's his name, Solar Marshall Live, and you had created an account with whatever streaming service they were using. I forgot what it was. And Yato was like, "Go in there," and you went. And Solar Marshall was totally into Ali and kept showing her all of his guitars. It was the saddest shit I ever saw.
I was about to say, Allie, do you mind if I go ahead and show your the horse you rode in on song?
Oh hell yeah! Yes, we did talk you into it, Ali. You were royally fucking with them both. And Von Hell was trying to be so like cool, like you and Solar Marshall were talking about smoking weed. He goes, "I'm a square. I don't smoke. I'm a square. Sorry, that's just not my thing." Oh, she gave the link, so I think that's a yes. It's in the chat.
I've already got it pulled up.
Oh, nice.
So, jump it over here.
I'll mute myself so we can hear the video.
So fuck you, Allie Dean, and the horse you rode in on, and whoever happened to be following behind, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay?
Or is this not the right one? Oh, there it is.
That's still hilarious though, because he sounds like such a whiny bitch.
Whoop. Hold that thought. We'll do it that way. There we go.
Fuck you, Allie Dean, and the horse you rode in on, and whoever happened to be following behind, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay? Fuck you, Allie Dean, and the horse you rode in on, and whoever happened to be following behind, and the horse you rode in on.
Oh, look at him, he's so pathetic.
Fuck you, and whoever happened to
What a waste of oxygen.
the shit out of the horse's ass. The shit out of the horse's ass. Okay? Fuck you, Allie. And the horse you rode in on, and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you, Allie. And the horse you rode in on, and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you, and whoever happens to be following behind. Eat the shit out of the horse's ass. Fuck you, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay? Fuck you, Allie. And the horse you rode in on, and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you, Allie. And the horse you rode in on, and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you, and whoever happens to be following behind. Eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Fuck you, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay? Fuck you, Allie. And the horse you rode in on, and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you,
Of course, it's got legit peanut butter behind him.
and whoever happens to be following behind. Fuck you, and whoever happens to be following behind. Eat the shit out of the horse's ass. Fuck you, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay? Fuck you, Allie Dean, and the horse you rode in on, and whoever happened to be following behind, eating the shit out of the horse's ass. Okay?
Man, that just screams, I wanted to get laid, so fuck you.
Yep.
It's so obvious.
That was that incel, you rejected me, so go kill yourself thing.
Oh, yeah. I think Solar Marshall, from what I've seen, like he's always getting into arguments with Vaughn, though. Like, is he a troll? And I've seen him in Secular Opinions chat. Like, what's the dealio with that guy?
Solar's kind of weird. Like I know I've seen him in Secular's chat. I noticed he suddenly stopped hanging out with Vaughn, like over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
There you go. Quasi Monkey's apparently got the skinny. He's a long game troll, apparently. Or half and half.
Funny enough, I'm actually using Vaughn right now as one of my examples for my homework. An example of confirmation bias. Simple.
Oh, yeah, somebody who just looks for the stuff that agrees with them.
Mm-hmm. That was something I noticed about myself when I went through my communist phase in high school. I was like, okay, I am looking for, confirmation bias. I need to look at the other sources, people who used to be communists and left and shit like that. Communism is a frustrating topic for me because it's like, I don't agree with the right wing, how they're saying, oh, it's just on paper bad. But I don't agree with the left wing who is like, oh, there's nothing bad about it. It never happened. I'm like, well, yes, it did never happen. But the problem with communism, in my view, I know Emily Darkay would disagree with me this strongly. It is an ideology that was a response to the industrial age, which that time is not happening anymore. I mean, it was tailored for that time. I mean, the criticisms it has of the capitalist system, I agree with. I think they're still relevant today, but I think that's why it's never been achieved, because it wasn't implemented at the time it should have been.
Let's see here. Ivy Rose still can't decide if J-Dubs is trolling at least a little or not. I think, honestly, J-Dubs is just a really shitty friend. He's desperate for any attention he can get. He's weirdly homoerotic. He's like obsessed with talking about people's dicks. But I'm also of the opinion that he's what's the word I'm looking for? He almost gets off on pissing the people that he's friends with off. Because like with especially with the last couple of streams lately, he'll literally point out the streams or the comments that are pissing off Vaughn and putting them on screen. And he actually succeeded earlier today, where he got Vaughn to start screaming at the damn screen again.
J-Dubs, I understand a lot of people from the Pay Fam and this extended community have not watched DP, but I watched DP since back in the day, and I've looked back at like their old episodes from like 2000 fucking, I think 14 or 12, and J-Dubs was around. He was sucking the dick of Brett Keane, and now he's sucking Von Helton's dick. He always has to have someone to latch onto, and the person is always like this really pathetic.
And don't forget Will Kincaid.
Oh my god, that oof. What little I've seen of Will Kincaid, I'm just like, all right, cringe.
But
he's like, he's accused others of being pedophile. Oh, what's this?
Sorry, Ivy. I may have to talk to you in a little bit because I need to see about start taking night classes. I need to finish up my degree before I can get a specific certification.
Yeah. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. I mean, I'm just bloviating at this point.
Yeah. Let's see here. He likes to stir the pot, but he just does it for the attention, not to troll. And yes, I don't think I've ever seen anybody make so many homoerotic comments unironically. I can agree with you on that, and I've actually sat through D-Roy streams before. Oh. Stream with Vaughn and J-Dubs.
I'm still fucking proud of that time I trolled Vaughn. He got so mad. But what cracked me up was the chat, because me being the pathetic fuck I am, I would look back like, oh, did everyone approve of what I was doing? And yes, a bunch of people were like laughing. Yada wrote, Alan's petty as fucking. Someone wrote down, Stinky's getting red.
There you go.
Oh, God.
This is... Oh. This is the still image that this
All
guy
right.
thinks is a
Are we
good
live?
thing to have.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't look better when he starts moving.
Banners. Well, I hate the black bars. I hate black bars too.
Of course he does.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
What are we gonna
Just
make
real quick.
today? What do we got, ladies and gentlemen?
Real
We got any
quick.
people coming in?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, right there. He just said he was reading his chat, and people said, "I don't like the black bars." He goes, "Yeah, I don't like them either." Look, conservative types. Oh my god! I just barfed everywhere seeing that face. Like, what is it with you conservatives? Like, okay,
Quasi,
yeah,
I want to see that. If you've got that link, I want to see that one.
My favorite is when Vaughn was streaming and he went to bed and got links so much of us snuck into the stream and he woke up raging. I never even heard of that. I must see that. But conservatives, what is it with y'all saying, I'm not racist, I'm not racist, and then you go around and say some shit like what John Gishchub ugly said. I hate the black bars too.
There you
Like, what the fuck? What do you expect?
There's my banner.
Like, what narrative are you trying to give here? That's why people think conservatives are racist, because ugly fucks like this guy say stupid shit like that. And unfortunately, these guys are the most outspoken. Whatever. I'll end it there, because I don't want to rant on Carnivorous' stream.
Let's see here. I'm making sure I'm
Ugh,
not missing
he's
anything.
ugly. You know what J-Dubs looks like? He looks like a capybara, but like ugly, because capybaras are cute animals, but like I see him, he's just like a mangy capybara on meth. So I like how fat and fuzzy he is. He's just an ugly looking fuck.
Yeah, and that's one thing right there too. That's because that was the first thing that got my attention from J-Dubs is what's his name? Lion King. When he went off on one of his drunken rants and started screaming at J-Dubs for smearing shit all over their bathroom wall.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's disgusting. I mean, this is a guy who's buddy with Brett Keane. Oh, the picture, he's clean shaven with the pedophile mustache.
Let's see if I can scrub through this one. I think this is one that I saw earlier. So, oh yeah, there you go. This is about the time I came in.
I wonder what they're saying about these two people. Can't be anything racist, huh?
Well, okay, this is just before people started talking about the picture looking photoshopped.
Liberalism, communism.
That's your mind on liberalism. That's what happens when you go full on liberal.
Yeah, because that's what happens.
No, that is the same person. No, that I swear to you, that's the same person. Yes, it is. They're saying, John, they're saying that ain't the same person. Yes, it is.
That ain't the same person. What are they, retarded?
Yes, that is a before and after.
Trigger warning. Sorry. Yeah, J-Dubs is a scumfuck, so those kind of words pop off.
Yeah.
Of Lori Lightfoot. Yeah, it is. Yes, it really fucking is. That really is a before and after of Lori Lightfoot. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Let's go ahead and full screen this real quick, just so I can point something out. Damn it. I always lose my cursor. There it is. Okay. So if you guys actually look here, the eyes are definitely photoshopped to be larger. That frown definitely photoshopped to be larger and taken down.
Yeah.
But no, this is clearly not photoshopped, right?
Well, they're stupid, so
yeah.
And of course, they have confirmation bias, so they see a photoshopped image of like Hillary Clinton or fucking Nancy Pelosi. As much as I hate those two, looking bad, they're gonna believe it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, demonic activity, man, evil spirits. That's the only explanation for that shit. That's the only explanation.
Only explanation. Yeah.
That is fucking creepy.
God, the gaps fallacy.
Okay, I don't give a
Vaughn,
damn.
I would have to really drink a lot order to bang that one on the right, man. You know how much alcohol I would have to consume?
Right.
I love how he's automatically thinking about banging people.
Oh, you know what? Somebody called him out for that earlier. Okay, so J-Dubs has recently converted to Islam. Okay. Apparently, nobody bothered telling him that when you convert to Islam and you become a Muslim, you're not allowed to drink anymore.
Nope. What an idiot.
Yeah. But yeah, clearly it's demonic possession and not, Photoshop, because yeah, every photo on the internet's not photoshopped.
Yeah. You know those like really crazy long ass
Yeah, exactly.
those long pages of like, I am so and so from this country, and I'm here to warn you that Obama is gonna bring socialism back, and he just keeps scrolling down. It's a bunch of like crazy biblical conservative shit, and at the end it'll be like texts that come into the shape of a gun that says "Stop Islam." Like, I feel like these dipshits here are the ones that read that shit and believe it, and probably write it, assuming they know how to write.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's exit that full screen because that's just fucking. Yeah, this is the one. This one got really boring. I like fucking Headless jumped in there for 10 minutes, said maybe 3 or 4 words, and then dipped out. Didn't say anything else. But
I know Headless used to always butcher G-Man back in the Google Plus days, or Google Hangouts, excuse me.
Yeah. But I was in Trolls Haters and Naysayers Discord, and I was like screaming at people to try to mention the bag of dicks, because somehow, even though I've never chatted in his chat before, it's been well over a year since I tried getting on his StreamYards. He's got me blocked on StreamYards, and he's got me blocked in his chat.
Bitch.
Because I could not get a single word in. And pissed me the fuck off, because I was just trying to ask him how he enjoyed his birthday present. And yes, I am the one that sent Vaughn the bag of dicks. Let's see here. I'm sure Shani is a demon. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I got another link over here from Quasi. Part of that stream, it doesn't have the part where he wakes up to us, though. Yes, the dicks did make it. I got confirmation from the company, and also I emailed Vaughn earlier, and he had some choice words to say to me, and then he brought up the black slave owners again, because that was the entire reason. Oh, it's a quickie rage video. Okay. Oh, yeah, like 8 minutes. That's good. Throw that up there. I don't know who Pill Poppin' Pam is.
Orbit
No idea.
for a short time after that. It really hurts. It really hurts. It really hurts to communicate with it. It has pods. It has pods. The pods come.
He's nuts, LOL. I made him rage without trying. Oh, and Vaughn has called, loves to dance, all those names, but it's cool if they want to think he was talking to me. Okay. Oh, okay. So
There's nobody in here that's stupid. Nobody in this fucking room is stupid. All right.
Somehow he looks dumber when he's younger.
Shut the fuck up. Now, she was.
When you see an old man, you expect him to be stupid and deranged, but
well, I mean, I know you've seen Karate Kyle.
That it was
yeah, yes.
Again. Literally jumped. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw her jump in her chair.
You haven't fought for shit, Vaughn.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry you had to go through this. I'm so sorry.
My life is ruined. My wife's life is
Oh,
ruined.
gnats in
My
the pizza.
children's lives are ruined.
I know,
You've
Bob.
destroyed everything that cares anything about me and anything that I care about. Why? Why in the fuck did you do this to me for? What evil did I do to you to deserve for you to destroy my marriage and my family? What in the fuck did I do to you assholes to destroy my family? What did I do to you? Tell me what evil I did to you to deserve you running my
Right,
wife.
because you didn't destroy your own family.
Oh, we got a Nick.
What was that evil thing
nice.
that I
They
did to
do.
you to deserve this shit? What was
Hello.
it? Answer
How we
the
doing?
fucking question.
Okay.
Ooh, I
I
have
want to
heard.
hear-
Hold on,
I
hold
don't
on.
want to hear an answer. I want an answer.
Okay. Take a deep breath, Ron. Okay. I'm sorry these
Take
people
a
are doing
deep
this.
breath, my ass. Take a deep breath, my ass.
Hello?
Honey, she's with another man because
Oh.
Yeah, we hear
Yep.
you. We're just
Yeah,
watching the
we're
video.
with another man
watching the.
because of you assholes.
Ron,
I
you
want
get-
an
Watching the
answer.
guy that's my mom's age? Oh, God.
Okay.
I don't think any of you are my goddamn friend.
Well,
I don't think any of you are. If you were, you'd have told my wife, don't leave your husband and your children. Get your ass back home where you belong
I would
and
have.
where you should have never left.
I would have had I known.
That is a
Instead
really
of
weird
going into the arms of another
screen.
man,
Yeah.
sitting there talking to my wife on Facebook behind my back, sitting there telling her, your husband's no good. Your husband ain't going to amount to anything. You need to leave there and go to get you another man.
Talk
I
about
know,
prophetic.
Well, what do you think she's going to do? Of course she's going to listen because you sit there and drilled it in her head year after year after year after year. And there's no good.
No, listen here, Ron. Listen to me. Can we just?
Please, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit.
I'm tired of this shit.
Trolling me for what happened.
I don't
Was this new?
care.
Or
No.
this
No,
is old?
no, it's old.
You guys were human beings.
Oh,
You would
I'm
talk
not.
to my wife and you would tell her.
Sorry.
You would try to get that.
I'm not
joke
well
that
versed in the
you put in
Vongverse.
there,
I mean, you can tell that he's younger here.
and tell her, honey, we were wrong. We were wrong
I-
to tell you to leave your husband. Please
Um,
back to your husband and stop this shit.
I
Yeah,
can't
this is
tell.
really old.
When she gets
Yeah.
on that witness, shut
I
up,
can't tell.
everybody. When she
Okay,
I
I
can
could tell with
and he
when
tells
I
her
see the top of
fucking
his hair. It's
you
more
assholes
black.
voted for her head. She's going to jail for perjury.
I mean, it's
The
just a
judge
darker
will
gray,
throw
but
her
yeah.
ass in jail. Everybody down here knows who I am. You guys are right about that. Everybody down here knows who I am. They also
It's
know-
kind of sad because
I don't
he's
believe
my
it.
mom's age.
They
He's like
also know
59,
upstanding
and
citizens,
he looks
and I would
way
never do
older.
wrong. Everybody down here knows that. So when she gets on the witness stand and tells him all that bullshit,
I only know that because he
I'm
confirmed
cheating
it
on her,
with me
I'm
the first time I talked. The first and only time I talked to him.
here for her life.
I know how old my
And
mom
when
is.
that witness stand and says that shit, the judge is going to look right at her and say, you have committed perjury. He's going to call for the bailiff. They're going to put the cuffs on her, and she's going to jail. Because every swinging dick down here knows that I never hit women. It's not in my nature. I'm old-fashioned. I don't believe in hitting women. And when she gets on the stand and starts that shit, the judge is going to throw her ass in jail for perjury. And you know it, and I know it. Now you get on. If you got a way to contact her,
I
you
don't
tell
have a
her to get her ass back home to her family.
way to contact.
When the
Calm
12th
down.
gets here,
You're
shut
gonna
up!
wake the kids.
Shut up! Shut
Ron,
up!
you're gonna wake the kids.
Shut up!
Calm down.
I ain't waking the kids. They're way the fuck back there in the other end
Okay,
of
I
the
don't know
trailer.
who the
And you
guy with the porta
shut
potty
up, I said.
avatar
Shut
is.
the fuck up. Now you listen to me. When the 12th gets here and we go into that courtroom, I'm going to get temporary custody of the kids. You all know this. There's not a doubt about that. If the judge was going to give her the kids, he would have given her the kids back in February when we walked through that court. And you all know it. He never did. All right. Everybody down here knows me.
He's muted and he's still raging.
They know it's on the same basis. Now, she's not getting the kids. On the 12th, she's not getting the kids. They will be given to me.
Can you not hear it? Because he's still screaming.
Oh, now I can hear. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was looking at
She's
the
not willing to
YouTube
reconcile.
video instead of here.
Divorce will go forward.
So it threw me off.
At minimum,
False alarm.
$700 a month. At minimum. She don't have it. And when she can't pay it,
Yeah, so
what do you think?
my mom turned 59 last month and is also dealing with a brain aneurysm, and she still looks healthier than
Shut up,
mom.
all of you. That's the truth.
Because he's a fat fuck and he doesn't take care of himself.
If you guys hadn't stuck your goddamn nose in my personal business, none of this shit would be happening. Now, you listen to me. You're going to put her in jail, and God only knows what's going to happen to her. She could be killed.
Sorry, Von translation. So if y'all trolls, haters, and naysayers hadn't have stuck your nose in my business and let me groom this girl the way I saw fit, then none of this shit would have happened.
She could. I mean, who knows?
So we're victim blaming now, Vaughn?
You have ruined her life. You have literally told her to leave her husband, to leave her children, and to go out here and be with another man that, for all I know, might be holding her against her will. When she called my mother and wanted to...
Oh, the mother that years later you would let die in your own fucking house.
And he snatched the phone out of her hand and hung it up. Mom wasn't even allowed to get 2 words in edgewise.
If she can't talk to your mother, how is she going to talk to us, Vaughn?
You're not listening.
I'm willing to help you.
You're not listening. Willing to help my ass. You are not.
That's it. I'm done with you.
You have no intention of helping me.
You're pathetic.
You lying fucking ass. You have no intentions of helping me. Because if you was going to help me, you wouldn't allow it to get this far in the first fucking place. And you damn well know it. Now, willing to help my ass. You are not, you lying whore.
In our orbit for a short time.
I just want to acknowledge I saw Queen Cat Lady's comment in the chat
Really.
about her parents being looking younger than Vaughn.
Yeah.
My mom's siblings are older than her. One's younger than her. The one that did close to 40 years in prison. But he's only a year younger than her, so he's a year younger than Vaughn. But they're all older than my mom, and they all look better than Vaughn. Even the retired vet that's in my family. My mom's eldest brother, he's almost in his 70s. He's like 69, 78. He's 69, 70. I actually don't know how old he is. He probably is in his 70s. And he looks like he's still in his 50s. So I don't know what the fuck Mom's doing. But he, like,
Oh, here
dude's
we go.
looking
Hold
rough.
on. Let me double check something real quick. Cat lady, your cat seems to have very good punctuation.
What's going on here? It has his shirt off. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no, someone pay for this?
Yep. Somebody paid the monkey to take his shirt off.
Oh no, this is turning into some soft porn.
Nah.
There's shoulders involved.
I've still got a sweater on.
There's shoulders involved. Okay, so when I jumped, when I saw you were on, I was still at work. Then I got off work, and then I went straight to the charging station.
Dove Kitty, yes, that is a tinfoil hat.
Out of curiosity, it's been a Vaughn night for you all night, or have you been on
this
other
is
things?
this is everything. This is Vaughn, Shanny and Rev, G-Man, if people want to talk about his dumbass. We've even brought up Negs in DC and even Carrie.
Okay, I'm a little confused about the Carrie stuff. I have an idea of some of what happened, but I don't. I'm missing gaps, so I reserve my right for judgment on anything about that until I have more info. That's how I like to operate with drama, because I don't know. I'll just state for a record. I don't fully know. So, I saw the community post. Yeah, I saw the community post by Drive, by Carrie. I read them. I don't fully understand what's going on, so I reserve my right for judgment. G-Man, I do want to bring up G-Man. I want to get other people's opinion, because the other day when he was on Draven's channel, I called G-Man out that he knew. And I've been saying this since he devotes to drag, that Jason told him 2 months, these are G-Man's own words, 2 months before the children were taken, Jason told him about these things. Now, I get that G-Man's like trying to say, oh, I was at war with you guys, I was mad at you guys, they were manipulating me. It doesn't matter. A lot of people were telling you, and because you wanted to go with Galaxy Dreams treatment, you chose. G-Man chose. No one forced him. No one put a gun to G-Man's head and said, you need to defend Shani and Jason. You need to you need to lie for them. You need to make excuses for them. Because he did. He did. I'm not like all the racist stuff, right? Oh, they only call me the N-word. Never mind, he said that he was going to have Shani call Miss Parker the N-word. he tries to say, "Oh, well, that was to prove a point." That's a horrible point to try to prove.
I agree.
It's like
I mean,
what the fuck?
I don't think you're going to find anybody in the room or in the comment section that's going to disagree with you on that one.
Oh yeah.
Because we all know G-Man's a hypocrite. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
the reasons why I don't engage with him when he's on the Shanny Rev kick, because every argument that you make for him, he tries to bring it back to that, and it's like, dude, I literally have spent the last 3 years avoiding them, and somehow they still call me a map.
Oh, I hate when people use those terms, misuse those terms, because it really it dilutes the meaning of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much off topic, but I think I've shared this before, probably in Discord, but I'll share it out here. I think I shared it actually publicly before, but
You're
my
referring to your
cousin's wife,
yeah,
called me a R-word apologist. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. That one still makes me mad. So I know how I hate people misusing those words. It just makes me mad. But because I getting back to G-Man, I said it that G-Man knew, and G-Man's response was, "Oh, really, Nick James? Really?" It's like, G-Man, nobody like. I get that G-Man's on this trip because he did say that he wasn't going to have his marked by God chant, not sowing and weeping, sowing and weeping channel not be monetized, and it's not going to be a review channel. G-Man did say those things.
Well, yeah, but we know he
lies.
So
Yeah, I already knew he was going to lie, but it's just,
when you put out the lie, he ignores it and he tries to change the topic.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm not. I think a lot of people are just playing nice with G-Man just to get the Shani and Rev info. Personally, me, knowing what I know, that G-Man has excused child predators, child abusers, I absolutely refuse to give him money on a super chat. I'm more likely to flag his channel the first chance I get. Not a false flag. Not a false flag.
no, there's no need to false flag him. He's got plenty of crap on his channel that would break YouTube terms of service.
Especially the things he said about trans people.
As soon as and he's not even really. He's lucky to have that channel monetized, because technically G-Man is ban evading, because his GTV channel was taken down for hate speech.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So G-Man's lucky, but now this time he's actually monetized. So if he gets struck, things could start happening to his other channels.
Yep. Queen Cat Lady, yes, he did say that lying was worse than molesting a child. That was when he was defending Matt Bell, who is the ultimate scumfuck.
He also said that there is no such thing as starving Christian children.
Oh yeah, he still believes that too, even after Evan Channing.
He doesn't believe they're Christians.
I mean, this is a guy who thinks it's okay to stone a woman to death for cheating on her husband, and he thinks that parents should have the right to kick out their kids for being atheists. He's clearly a draconian fuck, which is why I roll my eyes when he says, "Well, y'all atheists did in communist Russia." I'm like, dude, the type of society you want to create may not be communist, but still totalitarian, still very draconian in its policies. So who the fuck are you to talk shit about Stalin or Hitler?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so hold on. Let me correct this real quick. G-Man is not aware of what emotional abuse is because, as we all know, G-Man doesn't understand what emotions are.
Yeah.
So
when I say that G-Man knew, uh, let me play devil's advocate just a little bit with G-Man because I know he's stupid. He's my favorite idiot. Um, Matt
Obviously.
Bell Matt Bell is like coming up straight behind him because he says the stupidest shit. Like for real. Like the real question is, if we evolved from African Americans, why are there still African Americans? That's a quote by Matt Bell. Pow, pow, pow.
Well, I mean,
Sorry,
that's
misspoke.
well, no, not Matt Powell. Matt Bell
Matt Powell.
is a
No.
is the
I'm saying I misspoke when I said Bell. I meant Pow. Pow. Pow is
okay.
my new is coming up directly behind G Man with the stupid shit that he says. There's actually a few more stupid things that he has quoted that he
Did
has
we
said, but mm,
did we say
if you
Hitler?
Of course, Lubis. You wouldn't hear that from me.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we did say it. Yeah, Lucifer, American, the ego, say Hitler. Um,
Well, Lubis, get your tiny nipples in here.
yes, Lucas. It's 11:52 our time. Get in here, and then I'll come to your area of Los Angeles, and then we'll go to the Drunken Monkey. That was all lies. I don't. Lubis is way too far for me. He's like on the other side of Los Angeles.
I
Oh,
fucking
God,
loved
that's
it.
like a
When,
3-hour ride.
I loved it when Lubis said to G-Man when he came on your infamous stream, he's all, "Hey, shut up, G-Man. White man is talking to me right now."
Wait, there is a white man talking to Lubis?
He
Oh,
was just doing
white
that to
boy.
fuck. It's because G-Man was saying like, "Oh, you black people who are educated, you kiss white people's butts." So he was just fucking with them in that regard. By the way,
Uh,
Lubis, I love your Jules series where you just deal with Jules as like the Yoshi, and Jules, you are a fat Yoshi, and you always look stoned.
I thought you were a handyman. How the hell are you working at almost midnight?
well, the kids broke something in the school. It was called water. Someone just took a major dump, and so he had to clean it up, fix those pipes and stuff. I don't know.
Ugh,
Uh,
reminds me of
uh,
that little kid in Daddy Daycare. The whole I missed.
my mom likes that movie.
Horrible Eddie Murphy movie.
My mom likes bad comedy movies, but
Sorry,
you know,
that was what
it's
Ivy
okay.
said. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ivy said, because we were talking about Lewis's nipples, he says his nipples got him through the dark. Reference to G-Man there.
Oh yeah, because our nipples
Sorry.
work as whiskers. Yeah, whiskers.
Yeah, it's like, so G-Man, nipples guide you, then how come you got hit by 4 cars in your life?
Cars.
He's so stupid. I wish I could have seen that shit.
I recently was
well,
I recently had someone hit and run me again. So this is my third time that I've been hit in the car and someone took off.
so
Left a
Queen
nice
Cat
little
Lady.
dent on my new car. I'm mad.
So Queen Cat Lady says he has to rebuild tables because they break. And the first thing that came to my mind was, you do realize, Lubis, downward thrusting, not a good idea. You have horizontal.
I thought we were talking about G-Man.
The tables
going
won't
through
break anymore.
No,
Sorry.
G-Man wasn't hit by a table. He was hit by a chair because he wanted to be a wrestler, and then he got hit by a chair. It hurt, and he quit. And yet he shows pictures of himself holding a weight, like a dumbbell, and holding a belt. Like, he looks so cringe. Like, dude, you're fucking about to be 50, and you're uploading this childish shit. And he looks really... His pictures, he looks very touched. I hope that's the correct way to say it without being offensive and getting this stream flagged. But yeah, it's like, gee, man, you're not doing yourself any good there.
I
Look at
don't.
your crowd. if your friends say, yeah, that looks cool, look at your friends, look how stupid and ugly your friends are. I mean, do you really want their approval? Come on.
I
Sorry.
don't. Oh, sorry. Go.
No, I was saying sorry to you. I was gonna say sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just. I don't get what G-Man's trying to do with that type of picture. I think he's trying to look tough. I don't know. It's very confusing. It feels like something 12-year-old me would do. Or I would do something stupid on my Instagram like that. But maybe if I was at a wrestling event.
I think 12-year-old you would do a better job in Photoshop with that shit than he does. His shit is really bad. It's like like the early 2000s level quality. I know how to have sex. Okay, I've done it like 32 times. So you've counted every single time. Jesus.
Oh my god.
All right, Ludes.
I've had more partners than that.
We'll take you at your word, my man. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to speak for them. I'll take you at your word, my man. I'll take you at your word. You know, fight the
I
power.
mean, he has no way to prove
the
himself
power.
correct, but I have no way to prove himself wrong. So fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. The Daryl Brooks trial.
Oh, good God. Yeah. That's talk about an idiot.
That's what G-Man wants. That's what G-Man thinks he could do. Like when Daryl Brooks brought out those pictures and then they like exposed that he was a sex offender. And we're like, dude, you brought this on yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh. At any time he could have stopped. Like at any time. Like no one had to die that day. But he chose to drive through. I mean, like, he had his head sticking out, and he wants to try to say, oh, I couldn't stop. Like, well, I said to myself,
Night Quasi-Monkey.
if I found myself in that situation where I cannot stop, I will try to call the 911 right away. Or if I'm coming up and there are people, especially children, and I could hit a wall because I can't stop my car, it looks like my car is going into the wall.
Yeah.
And then could deal with that. The car was faulty and it couldn't stop later, or as damages because I'm hurt and I needed to stop the car and I couldn't. But I don't like. He makes me mad. I was raging when he tried to use his kids during his testimony as his closing testimony. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm at the charging station. I see some weird activity going on, like on the Tesla side of the charging station. Nothing illegal. Because I'm in the area where the police will. Yeah, I'm in the area where the police don't fuck around. They'll come if there's trouble. Uh, uh, they'll come quick too. They'll block off people from leaving the charging station. It happened last week. But sorry. It really made me mad because he's talking about his kids. He's like, "Oh, my son was just born. I haven't even got a chance to hold him and stuff like that." I'm like, you dumbass. You killed a kid. You ran over at least a dozen other children. You could kill them. Like, what about their lives and stuff like that? Like, give me a break. Like, what about that kid that you killed? Oh, he's not going. He's not going to live to be a teen. He obviously didn't live to be a teenager. Obviously didn't live to be an adult. Obviously didn't live to have his own kids. It's so like, give me a break. You took lives. Like, fuck you having kids. You got the ex-girlfriend that you beat on pregnant at 15. Hey, he has hit other people with cars. He deserves to be in prison the rest of his life.
I agree.
I think these shenanigans that he's doing in court are, ugh.
Everything that he's doing in court is, in my opinion, is just a way for him to attempt to be able to elicit a mistrial.
Oh yeah, they're not
'Cause-
going to give him one.
No, and that's why every time the judge, goes to puts him in timeout, he's constantly sitting there bitching about, oh, I'm being held in contempt, and it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, she even stated why she doesn't want to hold him in contempt.
Oh yeah, it's because he would have to serve the contempt sentence first before they could finish the trial.
Yeah, but I don't get how he thinks that will help him. I don't know. He's a sovereign citizens.
Okay, so Queen Cat Lady, to be fair, a lot of us thought you meant something else when you said you lived in the Beaver State.
The Beaver State?
Yeah.
I'm bad at geography. Are we talking about an actual state that is like the Beaver State?
Yes, there is a state that's grown.
Is it Oklahoma?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
Ivy Rose, I aspire to one day have the patience of that judge.
I don't think I ever could get that close.
I've got a lot of patience, but that's asking a lot.
Out of curiosity, I
Yes.
want to turn it into a geek thing really quick.
Go for
So,
it.
did anybody see the finale of Hot B, House of the Dragon?
Nope.
Okay. I wanted to try to make a Sound and Ice and Fire talk, but I guess that can't go nowhere. And I haven't seen Rings of Power, so I don't know.
Haven't seen Rings of Power either.
I saw the first 2 episodes and I was not impressed. And from what I've heard and read, it's not something I want to watch. I know my buddy Galen wants to review them with me, so I'll watch them for that. But until then, I have really no interest.
Rings of Power?
Yeah, I look, I'll keep this short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect every interpretation of Tolkien's
Night,
work
Ivy.
to be 100% accurate. But when you deviate so much from the source material that it becomes its own thing, what's the point? That's my main contention. And I'll end it there.
The only real issue I have with Rings of Power is it's neither from the Silmarillion, which kind of like skirted over the Second Age, nor from Lord of the Rings, which is Third Age. So it's literally just like weird headcanon for the writers.
It's technically the Second Age, but it's kind of cramping the timeline a bit. They're cramping the downfall of Numenor and the creating of the Rings of Power and the friendship between the elves of Eregion and the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. They're kind of like stuffing all that in there and adding a few extra characters.
Mm.
From what my cousin told me, he said the only thing that was interesting about the whole show was the dwarves. Like, that was the only thing that was genuinely interesting, which is Tolkien's material.
I did hear that Galadriel did look pretty badass, with that sword.
I'm seeing people calling her Guy Ladriel in reference to Guy from Game of Thrones.
I didn't actually see her, so I couldn't give you a reference on that one. But
they're basically saying that her being this badass fighter doesn't suit her character. That's what people are complaining about. But I haven't seen it, so I'm restraining myself.
I'm taking that banner down.
When it comes down to, I noticed though.
And to the person that just sent me $5, I do have a little bit of tequila left, so I'll honor it. But still,
Drunken monkey. Got it. I mean,
Yes,
drunken ape.
Lupus. Yes, Lupus, I am a nerd, and you are not a nerd, a person who's not a nerd, taking care of Jules' kid. I'm not taking care of anyone else's kids, so have fun with that.
Wait. Lubis is calling people nerds and geeks in the chat. Hold on.
He called me a nerd in the
course he
chat,
is.
yeah. Yeah, of course. That's what he does all the time.
Look. All right, so
Lubis, I'm already done. Dumbass, I'm already done.
So I'm assuming Lubis is going to go see the Super Mario movie, and is going to be very disappointed when he doesn't see a Yoshi. He's going to probably leave the theater crying. I'm 100% sure of it by now. I could see the future. Yeah. I've been trying to get on my Westeros lore. I have the Game of the Song and Ice and Fire books on Audible, and it's been kind of hard to get through the books because I know Game of Thrones, and a good chunk of it is from the books, but there are changes like the bastards or the slaughter of the bastards, the surviving of the slaughter of the bastards from A Crash of Kings, from Joffrey, who goes and kills off all his all Robert's bastards in the city. There were 3, but I'm not even there yet. I just know what happens in the books, because Order of the Green Hand spoils a lot of shit for me. That's a YouTube channel. If anybody wants a Song of Ice and Fire stuff, Order of the Green Hand. We are the Wolf's Den. And
let's see here. For Lubis there, it says, is there any way I can send Alan some money to make him stop talking? Lubis, this is an open hangout, so the topic is, whatever people want to talk about.
And Lubis, I was already done, and I barely spoke that much. Like, if you thought that was me rambling on about Lord of the Rings, oh shit, you haven't seen shit yet. That was me being tame. That was me dumbing it down for you ignorant insects. That's what I was doing. I was being nice.
Look,
so you're bitching.
I see Mr. Lucifer American VALIB
Vaxlib. It's Luciferian American Vaxlib.
Okay.
Topic is these nuts, says Lubis. Well, that's a small topic.
Look, I've seen him go off on the Lord of the Rings geek thing. It's just as bad as when I get into my Star Wars talks or other stuff. Look, you can't.
Queen Cat Lady. I vaguely recall a specific episode of Little House on the Prairie where the kids pretended to have laryngitis, but they didn't know what the symptoms were, so they told the father that they had laryngitis. That's about the only Little House on the Prairie trivia I know.
Okay,
because anytime I recall it, it always makes me think of G-Man nowadays, or actually Shanny and Rev. It's like, I have this. You do realize that the symptoms are you can't talk, right?
My mom loves that show. I recall she watching it, and then some of them, because I don't live alone. Some of my roommates, they're female, watch the Little House on the Prairie. Like all this.
Shout out to Midnight.
I'm one of 5 people, so sometimes there's Little House on the Prairie when I come home. I'm like, okay, all right, we're watching this.
Well, I mean, Lubis, if you didn't present them as small, then there wouldn't be a problem.
No, I don't. Lubis, that's a lie. Look, Lubis, your hair is not small.
obsess over people having things bigger than you. I mean,
Yeah, making me a little uncomfortable here.
No, his hair is not small. He has very big, long hair. And I make fun of his hair all the time because it's still not as cute as mine. Maybe carnivorous is, almost there.
now, Lubis likes to obsess over a very particular piece of my anatomy, and it's not my hair.
Hmm.
Private conversation on your open public channel. I mean, you're the one that likes to bring it up.
Hey, Lubes, have you asked GP yet about that time that G-Man said to GP when they were having a fight, Jason has a better job than you? I don't think I've ever got that clip, but I know G-Man said it. Yeah, because G-Man likes to say little things like that. Yeah. Although, do you guys think that he did pay off the taxes for the house?
No,
Because he says he paid off all the taxes.
I doubt it unless he pulled another 30 grand out of his ass.
Well, I know he lies, so I just want to get your guys' opinion. I don't personally think he paid off the taxes. And if he did, then he got help from his family. Because I see it like this. If G-Man is telling the truth that he paid off the taxes, he got help. And he got help from his family. Because you can't tell me, oh, I paid off the taxes, but then like almost a year ago, you were living in a basement and you were paying someone else's bills. Well, like the money doesn't add up to me. Especially like I refuse to believe that G-Man makes more money than me in an hour.
Well, G-Man doesn't get paid by the hour; he gets paid by the job.
Yeah.
That's why he thinks painting 3 rooms in an hour and getting $100 for it is a good job.
Oh my
God!
I'm
pretty sure though that he does absolute shit work.
Oh yeah,
3 rooms
G-Man,
in an
that's
hour.
what you do for a living? You wow, you're a fucking loser, dude. You are a pathetic loser. How have you not?
He's literally a catch-all.
You can't paint. Well, maybe it depends on the size of the room, but you can't paint a room properly in an hour. 3 rooms properly in an hour. You guys set stuff down on the floor. You gotta put the tape up. I mean, I won't say I've never helped paint a room before, because I have. It's not a profession of mine. I work in a warehouse, so I don't go in painting rooms, but I have helped paint rooms before, and like and 3 in an hour. Wow,
that is one of the claims that he made.
Yeah. No, the setup at least takes 30 minutes. At least, depending on the size of the room.
Well, and then you've also got to paint the trim and like corners, edges, and stuff like that the roller's not going to get.
Yeah, like an hour maybe for 1 room. If it's small, and like my room, I have the smallest room in the house. So to paint my room, because you'll have to move everything away from the walls and stuff. That's kind of hard to do.
I think they had the taxes added on that house as 10 grand a year, and if I'm not mistaken, he hadn't paid it since he left PA in the first time. So,
Yeah.
like 2018.
Interesting, a few things that G-Man has said in that I caught. Um, G-Man doesn't realize the only reason why I haven't um, clipped him, or I haven't really been clipping him because, well, my personal life. Like I've been watching a lot of the Daryl Brooks case that has taken up my time. To watch a G-Man video, I had to clip him. I have to sit down, watch it, and timestamp everything.
Yep.
And, which I'm not willing to do. I've been working. I get tired after work.
Queen Cat Lady, you're talking about that Barney's blood purple and fucking Smurf blue fucking paint that he's using. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all crap.
he finally painted the room white, I guess. And he exposed, he finally painted that purple room, which is good. I've been a little, I haven't seen the person I've been saying there's been, I've been in my head. So, well, I'll see, today's the 20th. I'll see her tomorrow, the 27th. Yeah, I'll see her
Oh, that's right.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you got the new girl, don't you?
Yeah, she goes back to work tomorrow.
There you go.
Nice.
So, the reason I know that she works and all that and everything and the whatnot is because I actually kind of broke one of my rules. I don't like to mix dating and work.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's so. Uh,
Are
I
we
am
dating a
technically,
coworker?
yes.
Yeah. Well, I hope that doesn't backfire.
I hope not either. But uh, she goes back to work tomorrow, so I'll see her tomorrow because I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna go get her. And I'm gonna bring her to work, and then I'm gonna take her home. Well, I'm gonna go get her, go take her to like eat, and then take her to work and other stuff,
Oh.
and then take her home. But she's the coworker. If anybody remembers when I said, "Hey, there's a coworker that touches my butt a few months ago."
I think you did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my own rules here.
Oh hell.
Is there
Yeah.
You cut out.
No, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I'm trying to figure out why security like stopped. Like, yeah. So, like I said, I'm at the charging station. There's a few charging stations by my house. The closest one that I could go to
Oh, sweet potato pie is here.
that is the safest one is actually at the mall by my house. They don't care if
Just
people
on an
use
off
it.
topic, have you guys actually tried sweet potato pie?
No, I
Yes.
can't say I have.
Yeah, it's stereotypically it's a black thing where they
Mhm.
tend to eat it in place of pumpkin pie.
Mhm.
It's diabetes in a plate. It's fucking awesome.
Mhm. Are you saying that us black people have diabetes on the plate?
Hey, I've tried it before. It's fucking diabetes on a plate.
Mhm. I'm I'm clearly making jokes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Qu- Hold on.
it is
Uh,
considered.
says the guy who yells at a stuffed toy. Queen Cat Lady, you missed an episode or two. Apparently, it's the same guy who got a DNA test from the stuffed toy, and the smaller stuffed toy is his.
Uh-oh. Damn, lubes. What are you doing? Um, but I worked at Walmart when the that one sweet potato pie. I forget the name. I literally forgot the name. Became like popular that one year, and all the WalMarts were selling out of them. I got
Oh,
cussed
it
out a
wasn't a
few
Marie
times.
Calendar one. It was shit, I can't think of the brand.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. Or I wanted to
I know
text
which
one
one
of
you're
my
talking about. It
coworkers.
doesn't taste near as good as homemade, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it was running. Yeah, I was at Walmart when that happened. But for anybody's confused, if anybody didn't know, Walmart doesn't just have a super center or a place where you like. So they have Sam's Club is part of Walmart. It's their
Yes,
Costco. Walmart has a gas station. I have
Murphy's.
seen. No, it says Walmart.
Oh,
I don't.
around here, the Walmart gas stations are Murphy's.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen the Walmart gas station that says Walmart, which the only Walmart gas station that I've seen out here is by Frankincense Collectible Show. If anybody knows what that is, or they could look it up, it's a.
Oh my god, I used to go to Frankincense all the time.
Okay, so you know what it is. They
You're
moved the original place where it used to be.
you're
So,
talking about the like the big indoor flea market.
yep.
Yeah, we used to buy our magic cards there all the time because you
Uh
could
huh.
get literally like a box of fucking booster packs for like $40.
So here's the fun part. I actually have friends that have booths there, that have Yu-Gi-Oh booths, Pokemon booths, and Magic the Gathering booths.
Yep.
It's because and I say they are my friends. It's because I used to be part of the Yu-Gi-Oh LA community, and a lot of them went off. So some of the ones who are still involved with trading card games and stuff, they either went off and decided to sell them, or they still play, but
Yeah.
like kind of on the side. A lot of them just went off and sold them. Like a lot of them, they just started their own businesses with behind it. Like damn, uh, that takes a lot of work and discipline that I do not have with that type of with the trading card games. I just try to play them because you gotta know what's good. You gotta like, it's a lot of work. Or they work all day just to run their business and pay their bills and rents. Even like I've seen them when they get off work, like they'll get home. Because we used to hang out after they got off work. We'll watch Super, have a few or a few a few joints. Um, Drinking or having joints. I didn't drink. I was the designated driver for some of these friends of mine. But joints maybe for like a few hours. We'll watch Super and stuff, and that while we're watching Super, they are going through their cases, marking the shit and labeling
Oh
the
yeah.
prices and adding stuff to their online store. In the like, it's like you're off. Yeah, yeah, I'm still working. I just got a sale. Like the you got sale
Okay,
after
so
you get done working.
since you decided to bring up Super, do you remember like early 2000s that old Dragon Ball Z card game?
I know of it. I never played it, and it
I didn't
sucked.
even know there was one. Holy shit, I
Yeah,
missed that one.
no, I had a Piccolo deck at one point in time.
Huh.
Literally one person in my town would play it with me, and he was like obsessed with trying to find like the best Goku or Vegeta deck, and I was like, fuck no, I'm gonna play this one.
There's a new Dragon Ball trading card game. Like there's a new Digimon trading card game.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's one of the main reasons why I got out of playing that kind of crap. Is just it it got way too mainstream, and oh my god, now my roommate showed me something. Apparently, they're putting like Optimus Prime into Magic now.
What?
Yes, I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he
Yeah, I'm
showed me
even
this
confused.
clip, and it was like Optimus Prime and like two other pop culture references, and I'm like, "That's not Magic anymore."
Well, that's like some shit you'd find on Fortnite.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Wait, so Optimus Prime is going into Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
Whatever. I mean, like, Yu-Gi-Oh is known for that. Like, they'll have certain lures and stuff, or like things in their trading card game, like Dante's Inferno, um, the Divine Comedy, the Inferno. There's an actual Yu-Gi-Oh deck around the Inferno, but not Purgatorial, and not Paradise or Paradise. Nice. It's just all of the hell creatures, and Yu-Gi-Oh is heavily censored in English. So when you look at those cards in other languages, the type it says demon, but in
There you go.
English it just says fiend.
There you go. Right there. Apparently, because Hasbro owns both Magic the Gathering and Transformers, they are now putting Optimus Prime and Starscream in
What
Magic
the
the Gathering.
fuck?
Are you
This is
serious?
Yes.
This is so stupid.
that
I'm not
that
even
was
a
like
fan of
the
Magic.
absolute that right there just like that triggered my inner childhood for so long when my roommate showed me that. I was like, you son of a bitch.
See, this is where me and Miss Parker disagree. Like, because when she sees that shit, she'll say, "Yeah, it's cool." I'm like, "Fuck no, it's stupid."
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss Parker, I love you, but that's where you and I are gonna dissent.
I don't.
She tried to make the excuse like, "Why not? There's walking trees." I'm like, "They're still bound by the laws of physics. They can't fly, and if you throw fire at them, they'll still burn up." Like, come on. Go ahead, Nick.
I was about to say, you ever tried to fireball a tree folk though? I mean, that's like 7 mana. Sorry.
I don't.
Walked into that one.
I know some of the basic rules of how to play Magic, but I don't actually know how to play Magic. Like I've never sat through a Magic tournament or even a Pokemon tournament. I have sat through Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. I've done them. Um, all I know, yeah. Being in the trading card game community on YouTube, like there's a cross between Magic players and Yu-Gi-Oh players talking about like Magic the Gathering cards. Yu-Gi-Oh players talking about Magic the Gathering cards, and Magic the Gathering players talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and not us understanding a whole lot. There's very little crossover. You got some people who stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh and went to playing Magic, and those ones say that Magic is better than Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. It's mostly because Yu-Gi-Oh it doesn't have the ban system is different, and they keep changing the rules. And then they keep changing card rules because they're like, oh fuck, this card's too powerful, so we want people to use it, but we're just going to change everything on the card, and now these are the new rules. Like, oh, okay, nobody cares.
Yeah, I remember when because I was playing Magic from like Ice Age, so like 90 something, like early shit. But I remember when interrupts were a thing where you could literally cancel spells and shit like that. And then all of a sudden they decided to add the stack to everything. And then after that, it was like, oh no, the stack doesn't work anymore because it's just, you can put too many things on the stack before it resolves. It's like, isn't that why we stopped using interrupts? I mean, that doesn't work for me.
Oh, so they have changed Magic
Oh yeah.
rules before. Alright. I do I do plan on trying to get into Magic because the card shops in my area of Los Angeles. This is a weird thing.
See,
So
I'm still irritated about what Wizards of the Coast did to Dungeons and Dragons. So,
I have no idea what they did to D&D.
well, they I stopped advancing in the modules after third edition, or well 3.5. Um, I picked up a fourth edition book, and it one of the first things I always go to is spells because I like playing my wizards, and the very first thing that I popped up was Magic Missile, and in fourth edition you have to aim a Magic Missile, which since the original game was the one spell that's literally you say it and it fires off and it automatically hits. So it's like, nope. I shut the book. I put it right back down on the shelf, and it was like, nope. I'm not going to do anything again. But then I kept up, and it was like now they've got fifth edition, and like some of the races are interesting, but I really have no desire to mess around with the new rules that they've got dealing with it. And then on top of that, uh, they're starting to come out with this new edition called One D&D, and I guess it's taking the whole pandemic into account. So it's almost entirely digital, and it's like, no, I would, even on Discord, I would much rather have my books in front of me or the PDFs on my screen and be able to just come up with characters and fuck around the old-fashioned way.
One
Because
D&D.
yeah, it's this new thing they've got coming out. It's going to completely screw over the entire game.
Well, so when it comes down to all these geeky games, other than mine, uh, I do, I do have plans on getting involved, but the car shops in my area, they most of them only do Magic and Pokemon now. There's very few that do
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Like Yu-Gi-Oh has been pretty much kicked out of my area with the car shops.
Well, I mean, was it the major Yu-Gi-Oh card was like the 5 pieces of Exodia,
No,
or was there
not.
a more expensive one than that?
So Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the top 3 trading card games. The trading card games goes Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, then and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, so
As in,
let me interrupt
like,
you right there.
particular.
Pretend you're talking to somebody who only saw the first season of the cartoon.
So there's been a lot of changes to the trading card
Okay.
game, like a lot. It is still popular, as in people do play it, go to tournaments. There's a whole Yu-Gi-Oh community. I actually found I actually found a video of a channel that because I've been on and off of YouTube with different accounts. Like if you guys look at the G Bullying, I changed the name to G G Squad Bullying.
G Squad bullying.
The clip channel of my clip channel for GMAT. If you go and you look at that date and then you look at my Nick James account date, you'll see that they're 2 years apart. And Nick James is the main channel that I'm always using. And that's the older channel, the clip channel. Well, I've had older channels before, as I do remember you could YouTube friends and you could directly respond to videos in a thing. I do remember that. So I had a Yu-Gi-Oh channel where I was in a contest at one point, and I won. I won second place in the contest, and the person actually says my username at the time, which was the Armed Hero. Well, you won't find that. You will find a channel that says the Armed Hero, but it won't be my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. That channel is gone. And I didn't. That was my biggest channel that I ever had, but the only reason why I never continued it was because at the time when I had that channel, living with my grandmother, we had a very, very loud neighbor. Like anytime I sat down, like the times that I sat down to like make videos or talk or even try to put, like one time I made a whole video showing my deck and she was so loud, I didn't think nothing of it. You heard me showing the deck, but then you hear just this background noise of someone screaming. I'm like, no, I got to a point where I stopped trying to make videos, stopped trying to do anything because the neighbor was way too loud. So basically, I had a shanty next door. Or one time she got so loud that they had other neighbors called the police.
That's not really surprising.
Yeah, but I was living in an apartment at this time, so the walls were kind of thin. So if the police came, it made noise. It was just like, oh god, like, what's going on? Why is she yelling again? She off her meds again? She was legitimately crazy. One time she was like screaming out her window that there were people tormenting her outside of the apartment, throwing rocks at her window and stuff and laughing. And I went outside. I'm like, there's nobody in the front yard. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then that's when the neighbors not in the apartment, but next door in other houses called the police. Because they're like, hey, we need to be up like at 4 a.m. You can't be doing this bullshit. It's like 12 o'clock at night. What the fuck? But sorry,
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the dead air from getting too bad.
Shani and Jason's gonna be on the street on Fridays. Woo!
That'll be fun. I did get an interesting update last night from one of the channels that I watch. Apparently, Vegan Gains is up to his weird shit again.
Oh, Vegan Gains.
Oh yeah,
not that guy. That guy's gross.
I know this is an old topic when it comes down to vegan games, but my favorite vegan games video that I've ever seen is back in 2016. Is when he went dumpster diving. And like he picked up bread and he was talking about how the bread was still good. I miss vegan games, stuff like that. I don't watch his shit no more.
Well, here, let me throw that up there real quick just because it's funny as fuck. Apparently, he was watching a video of somebody washing puppies. And
I'll grab that pillow. Tying that thing up.
I have no idea. I had no idea what he was doing when he started balling that pillow up.
Is that vegan games?
Yeah. Oh, he's getting chubby, isn't he?
I don't recognize him.
Damn that.
Not the one in the bottom corner, the one off to the side.
Yeah, the one that's like punching the.
Just look at this and see what's wrong.
Yeah,
dude, he got big.
Is he supposed to be doing these fights?
Wait.
Did he give up his diet and then just start like
He's
picking
holding
out?
his breath while he's punching.
I have no idea, but
shocked he did not pass out.
so apparently he's supposed to be scheduled for some actual fights, which I find hilarious because the last time I reviewed his dumbass, he admitted that he challenges everybody to a fight, and then yet he's never been in one.
Oh, Jesus!
He's constantly injuring himself.
He looks so different from the last time I saw Vegan Games, but because he grown out his facial hair, he looks a
Yes.
little bit. He looks a little bit lighter. It looks like he hasn't got enough sun.
Definitely paler, yeah.
And
But
he does look like he's gotten bigger, but not muscle wise.
Because on his live
no,
streams,
it's a soft
constantly
bigger.
having fainting spells on live stream. It's crazy.
But apparently, yeah, he's apparently been
And after
he's
that, bro,
he's
he
apparently been
opens
having
his eyes
fainting
closed.
spells on his live
That's
streams
like a
lately.
novice habit, or closing your eyes when somebody.
Fainting
Isn't-
spells? Holy
Yeah.
Isn't
shit.
that
But you know,
isn't that because
this is
he's
almost cardio.
insufficient in certain like proteins and stuff?
I don't think he's
Yeah.
ready yet. I think he should do a couple more.
Like I said,
pillows.
I am
Maybe
waiting
call
for
it
that
street
vegan
foods
gains is no longer
tell him
vegan
you want a
thing
rematch.
because
Hold that
it's going to
breath,
happen in the next year.
Hold that breath.
Oh,
But
So-
for some reason, washing a puppy is triggering him that hard.
wait,
He held his breath so
What an
long.
idiot.
His
is he
lips-
watching Girl with Dogs?
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's I watch her. She washes dogs and she talks about how she doesn't like. Well, she likes huskies, but she talks about how they're nightmares and stuff. I love
Yeah.
watching Girl with Dogs.
Thinking Timmy just fell in the well, but to their surprise, it's Vegan Games going off on a pillow. That's ridiculous. You should.
Is he upset because she's washing the dog?
Apparently.
He's on his third dog now. So in this, I think.
I don't think he's upset. I think he's just desperate for views. He knows that people like his rage, so he's doing it.
Rabbits and then 2 people. At what point does this apartment start becoming a cage? They're
But
talking about the animals aren't being given the free
apparently
justice.
his
Legitimately concerned. He said, "You need
his
to
wife
stop because
Jasmine is in the
you're
background right here.
scaring everyone."
Who?
How can you be in a household where you feel in fear
Uh,
of your
okay, so vegan gains. He married his girlfriend Jasmine finally. She's in the background, but she's fixing to pop up
domestic partner's
full screen.
behavior? That's a
Oh, okay.
The first
So
time.
Vegan Gains is married
He has
now.
videos from
Yes.
back when he had that
Okay.
Czechoslovakian wolf dog, and he was beating stuff down and throwing stuff and scaring.
So
Richard, as you all know, has mental problems, and it wasn't going.
This is his wife.
It was stressful for me, and it was stressful for the puppy. It was just Richard was on a point where he was as bad as he's never been.
So this is repeated, continuous behavior. Where he
wait. What did his wife say?
That was a
I'm
clip
sorry.
from back when they had their first dog, the Czechoslovakian wolf dog, where they were trying to feed it a vegan diet, and it ended up with all kinds of stomach issues. Not only was he abusing it by feeding it a vegan diet, but he was also abusing it by screaming and throwing shit around, and it was freaking the dog out. But according to Jasmine, not only was it freaking the dog out, it was freaking everybody out.
I don't get why he thinks you could feed other animals, because we are animals. Just in case anybody is watching that doesn't like that, I'm sorry. Humans are animals. We are the dominant apes. We could take pride in that.
Yeah.
We dominate everything. But okay, I could understand humans. Okay, I don't want to eat animals. I have my reasons. I understand why people want to be vegetarians or vegans on their own reasons. You're not going to get me to stop eating meat. That's impossible. Chicken's delicious.
That's it. Queen Cat Lady's got it. Matter of fact, actually, not only can you kill a cat by feeding it veggies, you can actually kill a cat by feeding it cooked meat. If you have nothing but a cooked meat diet for a cat, it will waste away.
Isn't that why it's bad to give cats tuna straight out the can?
Yes, that's one of the reasons why I always have issues when Rev and Channy were doing it.
Because isn't tuna just already cooked? It's not.
Tuna in the can is usually cooked. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know cats just generally could eat fish and birds and stuff, but they usually eat it raw.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing, though. Cats aren't like dogs in that aspect.
No.
Because we domesticated dogs. Cats domesticated themselves because
Mhm.
when we started storing grain, the drawback of that was the mice decided they wanted to come explore the grain silos for food. Well, the cats just saw the easy opportunity of, if I wander around the humans, that's a lot easier to hunt the mice that I like to eat.
Yep.
So we domesticated dogs. Cats, they domesticated themselves just because.
Um, my friend
But they are
has
still technically super predators.
my friend has 4 black cats. One of my
I
friends
think
has
I'm
four
up to
black
that again.
cats. One's older, and the other 3 are part of the same litter, but they're not related to the older black cat. Uh, they're separate, but they're all part of the same litter. But
Of
the
course, I've
older
got cat
black,
ladies in my chat. Yes, cats are superior in many ways. The only difference is emotional, because cats are assholes.
the my friend's older black cat, because I found my friend's younger dog. I've I've found dogs in boxes before. I've found 2 dogs in boxes before, uh, separately, within separate years. Small dogs. My friend took both of them in. One got out
Get that out of there.
at 5 years old. Got hit by a car. So he had to be put down. A few months later, after 5 years of her having him, I found another one. So she took them both in. My friend took them both in. Uh,
Oh,
she has
just
cats
want
as
to point out
well.
something real quick. In this little rampage of his, the pillow won that fight. Sorry.
What, the pillow? Oh no!
Yeah. How do you
Oh
get out of
no!
breath for punching a pillow 5 times?
Okay. So
I mean, he had his eyes closed and he wasn't breathing at all, and he was just sitting there laying into that pillow, and it's like, dude, the pillow won that fight, because you're like sweaty and out of breath now and huffing and puffing, and it's like, no.
so the dog that I found, the puppy that I found, now it's a dog, was a small one. So she's fully grown now, but she's like, I could pick her up. She look, toy dog, right? But my friend, because she has so many cats, that dog loves to play with the cats. And the older black cat is very strict on who she lets touch her and what dogs she plays with. And I'm the only one that does not live there that she loves to let, that she'll let, that I could touch, that I will pet. That cat's very temperamental. She doesn't like people touching her. Only her owners, my friend and her mom, because my friend still lives with her mom, and me. That's it.
Oh, I can give you a similar one on that. I have one dog, and then we have cats. Uh, just recently had a litter, and the mother would literally take her kids from the basement all the way upstairs, find the dog who was usually sleeping, and hand her kids off to her so she could finally go take a break and get food.
The cat did that?
Yes. Like,
That's
it was
funny.
funnier than hell, because I mean, like I'd go head upstairs and I'd see the mother cat got one of her kids in her mouth and sitting there trying to climb up the stairs and everything like that. I'd follow her up. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And walk through the house and realize that she's taking her over to the dog bed, and she sets the cat down, or sets the kitten down right between outstretched paws, just like, whatever. And I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, she literally did that 4 times for all 4 of her little twerps, and yeah.
Animals are smart. My the same friend, because my friend has 2 dogs, but before that she had well, different dogs over the years. One dog that she had doesn't have anymore, passed away. This dog used to love to go for her walks. She knew the word walk. You couldn't walk was forbidden around her because she'll
Yep.
go crazy. Eh,
Queen
but
Cat Lady, I think only one of them, the new ones, has a home yet. We're still waiting on word from a couple of the others.
but
But they're little black fluff balls.
but my friend, for some reason, this dog that my friend had associated me with taking her for walks. So anytime I visit, she always wanted me to take her for a walk. And one time my friend was dog sitting another dog, so it was 3 dogs there. My friend had 2 dogs at this time, but the dog was like one of the dogs she was dog sitting wanted to play. So I was like, okay, because I went over there. This friend I had since elementary school. Uh, so the dog wanted to play, but the other dog wanted me to take her for a walk. Kept barking at me, then barked at the other dog, and it looked like they had a full blown conversation with her turning her head at me, barking, then turning her head back, barking, and it dawned on me that are they talking about going for a walk in like dog language? Like what the fuck? And then they both, like all the dogs, all of a sudden wanted to go for a walk. None of them wanted to play. So there was something there was something there that was happening. I still remember it, even though the dogs are not alive anymore. Because this.
Let's see if I can zoom that out.
Have you ever seen Save a Fox channel? The Save a Fox channel.
There you go, Queen Cat Lady.
Are the eyes blue?
That one's this.
Mm.
But just a little big old, little fluff ball. The 2 of them were like that, and then one's mostly black, but the underbelly is striped.
In your area, no one attacks black cats, or do they?
Do what?
Because out here, so like if you have a black cat, it's just I know it's just best to like keep the black cat inside the house because there are people who attack black cats out here.
Yeah, they're definitely indoor cats.
Is
Which, unlike Vaughn, indoor cats may be a thing, but indoor dogs aren't.
well,
my inside dog still shits outside.
Yeah, they still had to go outside to shit. But like unless you're talking about the extremely small ones, like the teacup ones, you could, but then you could train them to go on pads if you want them to be indoor. I'm talking about like the ones that are the size of a rabbit. You've seen those dogs before, smaller than Chihuahuas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. No one really matters but cats. Fun story about how we got the family of cats in the first place. I was headed to work one day during a storm, and 2 cars in front of me while I was going up and over an overpass. I see this little black thing just go flying out the passenger side window. I stopped dead right there in the middle of traffic. Ran out there to go pick it up, and it was a little black kitten.
No.
Yeah, I got to work. without even realizing it, luckily the shop cat that we had at the lumber yard that I was working at, she had her vet checkup that day, and I asked the vet if she can take a look at her, make sure she was okay. And after that, it was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this one home with me because that was royally fucked up, and that's how I got my cat Lucky.
Oh, because she was thrown out the window? What the fuck?
Yep. They were literally trying to throw her off the overpass. She ended up hitting the guardrail and falling down onto the sidewalk.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my friend's cat, the older one, the black cat that's very temperamental, that only lets me and the owners touch her. Um, the reason, part of the, like, she's always been shy, but uh, she got really shy when my friend found her with like a busted up face because someone had harmed the cat. So even though this was like some time ago, because the cat is, how old is she? My friend found her, I think, when we were in our 20s, our early 20s, because she's
Okay.
a run. She was a run of the litter, so she was abandoned. My friend found her.
Well, sorry to interrupt. My back is starting to hurt me. And speaking of work, I heard someone mention work earlier. I do have a quiz tomorrow, so I will catch
no
you later.
worries.
Thanks for having me here.
Night, Alan.
All right. Good night, everyone.
I hate it when people toss them from cars. There was a bitch here that threw 2 cats in a bag in the river. Luckily, they were rescued, and she barely got a slide. God damn. I can't stand people like that.
Yeah. So yeah, she found her and her eye was like messed up and stuff. She survived because she's still alive. She's about 10 years old. She's old. She's an old cat. But she is very like I don't like people touching me, but when she sees me, I'm like, hey, it's me. Like,
Yeah.
but that's because I cat sat her for a lot.
Well,
I cat and dog sit for my friend.
I'm starting to wind down now. It's about 2.5 hours. I need to go ahead and be up fairly early in the morning anyways. I got to make sure I don't have to get my truck out of the shop.
Yeah, I have to go too.
Okay.
I have like maybe another hour charging for a full charge, but I don't think I need that. Well, with a hybrid, and you don't always want to give it a full charge, because the battery and stuff. And I've given it a full charge the last 3 times that I've been at a charging station, so it is what it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Yeah.
All right, Rick, you have a good night.
Only outro I have today is just treat your damn pets right, because there's a lot of assholes out there. But you guys have a good night.